Maharashtra government takes note of fee structure of medical education in Ukraine and Russia. Prodigy Education conducted its annual tournament Round the World with Ed. School associations opine that hybrid teaching is impractical. NTA confirms that JEE Main 2022 will be held in 2 sessions. NLU Delhi launches 2 new online courses on forensics and mental health. NIOS releases date sheet for public theory exams 2022. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister unveils skill development scheme for students. Consent of parents not mandatory for class 10 and 12 students to attend school in Delhi, says DOE. Good afternoon and a warm welcome. You are watching Education News Network, where we get you the latest developments in education at the top of this hour. This is Nitya reporting from ENN, and the daily stories are: the Maharashtra government has taken note of fee structures for medical education in Ukraine and Russia, and officials have been directed to see if such facilities can be given to students in the state, said the State Minister Amit Deshmukh on Tuesday. He said that the state government will study the reasons for students travelling abroad for education. The government has taken a note of the fees for medical education in Russia and Ukraine. We shall study the reasons behind why these students are going abroad, Deshmukh said. Some work needs to be done to ensure that students planning to go abroad can get those facilities here, he said, adding that the centre and state governments can work on this together. Prodigy Education had conducted its annual tournament Round the World with Ed from 23rd October to 28th November 2021. 68 schools along with 24,681 students and 311 teachers participated in it. Students of Nalapad Academy, Bangalore performed enthusiastically during the tournament. The combined efforts of students and teachers led the school to bag the All India School Rank 16. The math teachers and students of Nalapad Academy have also won awards. With an increasing number of schools reopening across Maharashtra, instances of online classes being completely stopped are rising. School associations say there is an urgent need to bring students back to classrooms, as the online teaching model was not effective, while the hybrid model, conducting classes online as well as offline simultaneously, is impractical. Unaided Schools Forum is a pan-Maharashtra schools association which has under its belt all the well-known CBSE schools amongst others. USF's Honorary Secretary Subhash Chandra Kedia said teaching both online and offline, which is called the hybrid model, is not feasible. If a teacher is taking physical classes, things like net connectivity, audio quality, etc. are beyond her control and distracting, he said. He cited the example of Mumbai, which is now preparing to reopen schools like pre-COVID times. Kedia said a circular has already been issued by the civic body in which it has allowed 100% attendance from March 2nd. So the entire staff and students on rolls will be allowed to come and operate for full day. He added that once full-time schools begin this week, just like pre-COVID times, online will become redundant. There is no need of online classes when we are talking about full-day school. Attendance is steadily increasing everywhere, which shows that even parents want to send kids back to school, he said. The National Testing Agency on March 1st has officially confirmed that JEE Main 2022 will be held in 2 sessions instead of 4. While the exam dates have not been released by the agency yet, it has been announced that there will be a reduction in the number of attempts. The application process will soon commence at jeemain.nta.nic.in. The JEE Main 2022 will be conducted in 2 sessions for admissions in the next academic session, according to the official notice on the NTA website. A candidate need not appear in both sessions. However, if a candidate appears in more than one session, his or her best of the JEE Main 2022 NTA scores will be considered for preparation of merit list ranking. The agency said that the decision will benefit candidates in multiple ways. The official website read, "This will give 2 opportunities to the candidates to improve their scores in the examination if they are not able to give their best in one attempt. In the first attempt, the students will get a first-hand experience of taking an examination and will know their mistakes, which they can improve while attempting for the second time. This will reduce the chances of dropping a year, and droppers would not have to waste an entire year. The website also mentioned that if anyone missed the examination due to reasons beyond control, such as the board examination, then he or she will not have to wait for one entire year. There is no age limit for the candidates appearing in the JEE Main 2022. The candidates who have passed the Class 12 or equivalent examination in 2020 and 2021 or appearing in 2022 irrespective of their age can appear in the examination. However, the candidates may be required to fulfill the age criteria of the institutes in which they are desirous of taking admission. Only those candidates who have passed the Class 12 or equivalent examination in 2020 and 2021 or those who are appearing in Class 12 or equivalent examination in 2022 are eligible to appear in JEE Main 2022. In an attempt to encourage interdisciplinary legal studies in India, the National Law University, Delhi has launched new age online courses on forensics, mental health and technology, law and policy. NLUD Vice Chancellor Shri Krishna Deva Rao said, NLU Delhi's focus since inception has been to look beyond normative legal studies pattern and frame new multidisciplinary courses and encourage research in specialized areas that are still nascent. This focus only got stronger with the implementation of the NEP 2020, the thrust of which is to transform cross-disciplinary research in higher education institutions. This gets reflected in the work our research centers are constantly undertaking. On Monday, 2 new online courses on forensics and mental health were launched in collaboration with NIOS Justice at Monash Law School, Australia. The courses, Decoding Forensics for Legal Professionals and Forensic Mental Health and Criminal Justice, are aimed at imparting an understanding of the use and limitations of forensic science in criminal law and relevance of mental disability in the criminal justice system, respectively, according to a statement by the university. The National Institute of Open Schooling has released the date sheet for the public examination theory for April 2022 for secondary and senior secondary courses. The exams will begin from April 4, 2022 at the identified examination centre in India and overseas for learners registered for this examination. The date sheets are available on the official website of NIOS, that is nios.ac.in, and sdmis.nios.ac.in. For Class 12 theory examinations, 3 hours will be allotted for each exam. The subjects are divided into 2 groups for Class 10. Group A will have compulsory and optional language papers, while candidates will have to choose one language apart from English for Group B. Almost all the exams of Class 10 and Class 12 NIOS public exams theory will be held for 3 hours from 2:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. for the Indian students and between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. for the overseas students. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin unveiled an ambitious skill development plan for students in the state on Tuesday. The initiative aims to improve the educational skills, knowledge, talent and efficiency of 10 lakh young people per year. The Tamil Nadu Chief Minister said that the scheme titled Nan Mutalavan, which translates into I am first, was his dream scheme. He further said this is a scheme designed to make all students number one by me, who has been made Chief Minister by the people of Tamil Nadu. Saying that the scheme will bridge the talent gap in the employment market, he explained that the scheme's objective is to make all students and youth stand out in the spheres of education, research, thought, action and talent. Explaining further, he said that the scheme will be directly supervised by the Chief Minister and that efforts will be made to own the skills of a particular individual in a selected sector. These efforts will also include training students on their choice of subjects or areas, languages, technical knowledge, and so on. The scheme foresees the tapping of special talents of students in government and aided schools, colleges, and universities as per an official release. It also states that students will be further encouraged to pursue them, including guiding them on their future education path. Students will receive modern-day coding and robotics training, as well as professional counseling on issues such as physical health and behavioral issues. Guidance centers will be established in schools and a new syllabus for classes 9 to 12 will be developed. Students of classes 10 and 12 will no longer be required to bring consent letters signed by their parents to attend offline classes in schools of Delhi, as per the Directorate of Education. For the first time in 2 years, schools in Delhi will open completely in offline mode for all classes from April 1st, with the city's Disaster Management Authority last week agreeing to end the hybrid mode of operation. The DOE in its letter to schools said all schools may conduct offline classes for students of grade 10 and 12. Consent of parents for attending offline classes is not mandatory. Schools may also deploy transportation facilities for the convenience of students and parents, with COVID-appropriate behavior being followed. Schools in the national capital were shut in March 2020 to contain the spread of the coronavirus. While schools reopened in phases whenever the COVID situation permitted, they have been operating in hybrid mode and students were allowed to attend offline classes only with their parents' consent. That's all for today. Thank you for watching Education News Network. For more such videos, do log on to our website, theENN.com, and don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Signing off, this is Nitya.